Hi, this is Civil Harmony, and this is a video that goes out in my monthly newsletter and on YouTube. And this is about creating prosperity and abundance with the goddess. So we have a lot of, economy things going on in America now and around the world, but it's important that we don't set our vibration in fear or lack or be a victim to, oh, I can't do it because the government. Now, it may be different if you're on a fixed income or you just have a salary, a check coming in as a salary. That's true, but you can also create something else for yourself by being of service. Or maybe things break less, or people show up to help you. They mow your lawn, they give you gifts, you receive a check in the mail, things cost less, and so how does that happen? Like, that sounds crazy. Well, in 2008, I had a dream before the crash, and I had a dream that the bottom was falling out and that the bottom fell out of my home. And so I knew to pay off my loan and get out of the, I'm not saying people should get out of the stock market now, but that every case is different. In my case, my guides told me to do that, and it worked. That worked for me. So when you are in fear or in victim, like ideas and beliefs, it's hard to create abundance or anger, because abundance is more of an energy of gratitude and being open to receive and believing that you deserve it and allowing it to flow to you, and understanding that money is simply energy, that we are energy beings, and that we are far more powerful than maybe we know. If we're chronically worried or fearful or angry about the government or those people, and then you hear stuff in the news, this is happening, that's happening, it's not really helping you. If you can listen and be detached and go, okay, it's because you want to know what's going on, that's fine. But I remember in '08, me and a couple other psychics I knew and healers, we actually did really well because we didn't get into the fear energy. And you don't have to be a psychic. You can just play with the energy of money. Like people who win the lottery, usually within a couple of years, all that money is gone. Why does that happen? Because they are in a vibration that doesn't allow themselves to have. So when you are in survival, or my screen's a little crooked here, I'm a homemade video channel. When you're in survival or struggling, that's another thing. I'm struggling. Stop saying that. Stop telling yourself that. I'm creating. Things are improving. So you want to find that next better feeling, that story that you tell yourself. Oh, it's all their fault, or they did this. Now, yes, things affect us, but how much do they affect us? And how much do we allow ourselves to have and create? So the 1% knows that. Really wealthy people know, and it's easy for them to feel good and enjoy themselves and be on a really good vibration because they already have a big pile of, woo, excuse me, bless me. So we can do that too. And by understanding that everything is energy. So I have a couple of things that I've worked on and that I do as a healer and a teacher to create prosperity. So if you look at like Buddha or Jesus, they didn't have a huge bank account and, equity in something, or, stocks and bonds. They didn't have that back then. But what they were able to do was to create and manifest whatever they needed. And they're all about being of service. So when you find what you are here to do that you can do better than anyone, whether it's baking cakes, taking care of animals or kids, fixing cars, or helping feeding people, or whatever it is that you are here to do. Teaching is another great one. When you do that, or show up at your job, instead of going like, I hate it and I hate these people, why am I here? What is this mirroring back to me about my childhood? Usually there's something in your childhood, like if people invalidated you, you find a place to work where you get invalidated. And once you get that, once you change that game, then you can easily find somewhere else that you like better. Or that you find like, so what do I have to be grateful for, and what am I doing here? And so you can create prosperity. You can be working on your haviness and get out of struggling, even if you have a paycheck or a fixed income. It's harder when you're older, but you can send out that vibration of love and allow people to give to you. Allow yourself to receive and just be in that vibration. And it's more like allowing. It's not like, okay, time's up, nobody gave me anything, it's not working. So that's not how the universe works. It's more like, instead of making money our focus, and like I know people who have cut off friends because they're not status enough. They're not where I am. Instead of recognizing who the people are, and I take care of a teenager that is a family member. And the family said, well, he's too expensive and he's too much trouble. We don't want to take care of him anymore. He's a bad kid. Well, they're narcissists, at least one of them. And so they needed to have someone to blame for all their issues. And I know he's a good kid. So I'm like, I'll take care of him. Because it isn't about, well, how much is this going to cost me? So especially in America, we do that, where we're like even if somebody's like a really nasty, horrible person and they're doing awful things, if they have a lot of money, people are like, the dude is cool. We respect the dude. Really? So we got things kind of turned around here. I don't think they do that as much in other countries, maybe some countries, but not like in European countries. I don't really know, but that's my sense. And from what I talk to people, that it's different here. So, really, feeding yourself macaroni and cheese because it's cheap, and we're saving money for what? To go to the casino. Okay, I don't know. So sometimes it's choices, but it's like, what really matters in our life? Why are we here? What is the purpose? When we're using whether it's compliments or love or nice notes or gifts or acts of service, when we're using our energy to give back. So we need to be in give and receive. When we're being of service, the universe will show up and help you. And it needs to. And you can ask your guides, you have guides, will show up and help you. So what I do is, for now, this isn't for everybody, but this is for me, and anyone can do it. I spent a lot of years trying to decide, like, okay, what is God's will or Goddess will? How do I get into alignment with my purpose and with what I'm supposed to be doing on a daily, weekly, basis? Like, what is it that is in alignment with spirit? And then I would say, well, okay, you handle certain things, but when it comes to relationships or money, like, I got this. Like, don't nobody tell me what to do. And no spirit, no higher vibration will ever tell you what to do or control you. But if you don't ask for help, they won't intervene. And if you follow guidance, your dreams, your intuition, your higher self, your own higher self knows why you're here and knows what really matters. And when you tune into that, it isn't about, it's like you can say yes to things that maybe before you can be more generous, and you can also allow yourself to receive. And so for everybody it's different, but it's about being tuned into that. Like sometimes I'll say yes to things and then I'll go, "Well, is that going to happen?" But I know that it's right. And so I will do it because I know if I follow my heart and put my heart before any money. So it's people first, then money, then things. Or shopping and buying a bunch of stuff. I used to do that. I used to buy 5 outfits because they were cute. I didn't really try them on or look to see if they were right for me, and thought, "Oh, I'll lose weight and it'll look great." And then put them in my closet and then not wear them for 5 years. Or just buy stuff because I thought it made me look good. Like I had to have the certain things because there were, and now I could care less. I listen to my inner guidance, my guides, and I follow that without question because that's why I'm here and that's what I do. But it took me a while till I could trust that that was right for me. And now I know that it is. And so I'm not asking you to do that, follow some guide, because sometimes you get guidance that isn't real. Like, I'm doing abundance, and then a telemarketer will call you and say, "You want a free ticket if you buy this?" And I thought, is that my prosperity knocking on the door? And I thought, no, no, it's not. It's just, a distraction. So if you're not sure about something, for me, I always sleep on it or pray about it. Before, so you don't want to, like people making big investments in Bitcoin or something, and I'm like, I don't put all my eggs in one basket. It's fine if something feels like it feels divinely guided, it feels right, or it's of service, then I'll go for that. And then the other thing is positive thought. So a lot of people like to create, prosperity with positive thought or allowing it. And that's fine. I like that. But I like this better because you can spend 10 years, I'm like trying to have positive thoughts, and I'm like, feels like my thoughts are thinking me. Like I have had so much fear and regret and, trying to make everyone else happy instead of myself, or people pleasing. And so when I started doing energy work, I was able to clear that. And so the other thing is, happy money. That's kind of what I was talking about before, is like, how does it make me feel? I feel happy taking care of a kid that he's a good kid, that nobody else, their parents didn't want him. It's like, what? How could you? What, it's just, that's meant to be. So thank God I could do that. And, or animals, like people get a pet and then they go, "Oh, it's so expensive." You don't realize the value, the spiritual value the pet is bringing you. And sometimes people can't, and you can find a good home because it is expensive to have a pet, but you could also allow yourself to receive. And so what makes you feel happy? Like, is money more important than your happiness? Climbing the ladder, being successful, getting ahead, having it all. I know people who are really wealthy who are practically suicidal and can't even leave their house. So it isn't the answer to all your dreams. We think it is because we think we're going to feel better. We're finally going to get the love and respect and the security, but it can all be washed away in a flood or a crash, so it isn't the answer to everything. It is an energy that we can allow ourselves to have. And when you get into that vibration, that really high vibration of service and or allowing or doing happy things with money, like donating food or being of service, then it changes, and then people start giving it to you. You can't, they're just, people want to give you money because you're open and it feels good, and you're in a receiving and having and sharing. Okay. So the other thing that I like to recognize, that money is energy. It's vibrating in energy. And your bank account has an energy, your home has an energy, your body has an energy, money is energy, crystals have energy, everything is vibrating in energy. So when you allow that energy, when you connect to that, I'm feeling, I'm getting a message here about letting go of resentments. So if you have resentments that, oh, those people have all the money, or other people did stuff to me, or people took my money. I've been a millionaire and I've been homeless. I've had people wipe me out. And so it's just like, what are you here to learn? What are you creating? And how are you turning resentment and fear into something like taking lemons and make lemonade? Because everybody here gets lemons. Remember, we're in Earth School. All right. So let's do a little energy healing, which is what I do. And I'm going to be doing a class, Psychic Development and Energy Healing, on Mondays, Pacific Standard Time, 4 to 5:30. Actually, I'm going to open it up at 3:30 if people have questions or want to, so if you sign up, and it's pretty affordable. It's on my website at SIBYLSibylharmony.com. And so it's going to be on Zoom, so anybody can join. And it's going to be weekly, and it's going to be just come when you can. You don't have to be there every week. But it should be a really fun class, and we'll do stuff like this. And how much time do I have? Well, okay. All right, so let's do an energy healing. So to start, we're going to call in a guide and do some breathing, because when your power and your energy comes through your breath. That's why we need clean air. Don't get me started with that. Okay. So breathing and kind of grounding, and I'll do a visualization, and then we're going to relax and go down a staircase. We're going to go down into the unconscious, and then we're going to go up to a crystal healing table and get a healing. And some of the things you can be thinking about, if you want to put the video on pause now, or just get a piece of paper money, I don't have it now, but hold it in your hand and just feel like, how does money feel to you? What are the messages that you got from money, from your family, from society? Was there enough? Did you deserve it? The messages I got was, the rug will be pulled out from underneath you. And that's what my mother did to me. She promised to buy me a car when I turned 16 and told me I didn't need to save my money. And so I didn't. And then when I turned 16, she said, I never said that, you're a liar. So I learned about deception. And then I would have that in my adult relationships so that's another story. But so that was what I was learning, is that I can trust myself, and that I am actually good at managing money, even though I was kind of the black sheep and told that I couldn't do anything. So it's like, how do you value yourself? Or that some people in past lives have been in religious temples or groups, so everything was paid for. If you lived in a monastery, or if you were a monk, or you lived in a temple, you didn't have a credit card or a checking account. Everything was paid for. So you could swear off all material items. So if you've taken a vow in a past life to swear off all material goods, and some people feel like, maybe they don't know why, if you believe in past lives or not, but some people feel like, well, money is bad, or I'm being selfish. And so you can't be broke enough or have enough lack to help anybody. So when you give to yourself, you give others permission to give to themselves. So let's end those vows of poverty, or let go of those beliefs that money is bad somehow, or that you're not spiritual, or you're not a good person if you have money. Because those can be subliminal messages, like beliefs that some of us hold that we may or may not even be conscious of, okay? So let's do the healing. So go ahead and put your phone on vibrate and put the kids in front of a movie. And when you're ready, come back here. And let's start with our breath. Relaxing your body. Relaxing your arms like ropes, releasing tension. Relaxing your legs. And feel yourself sitting on the chair, your feet on the floor. And breathing. And you're in a beautiful garden. You're standing on the ground, on the earth. It feels probably very peaceful, feeling relaxed. As you look around, there are flowers and a tree with a gentle breeze. A little bird is chirping in the tree. And you sense a presence, a safe presence next to you. This is your guide, your higher self, your guide. And your guide beckons you to an archway of flowers and a door. You move towards the door. As the door opens, you see a staircase going down into the unconscious, going down into the earth that creates all prosperity. And breathing as you're relaxing your body, your jaw and face are soft. A stepping down 10. Stepping down 9. As you step down, your foot almost melts into the step. 8. 7. 6. 5. A life-affirming mist comes up the stairs. As you breathe it in, you feel wonderfully alive and relaxed. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. You move towards a veil at the bottom of the stairs, feeling grounded, relaxed, and in your body. As you walk through the veil, you see a beam of light, almost like an escalator, taking you up to a healing place. Taking you up, up, like a Stonehenge, like a crystal bed that's so comfortable. When you get up there, as you're floating up, you are beckoned to lie down on the crystal bed. And as you lie down on the crystal bed, you feel very relaxed, and your guides will now vacuum out any lower energies of fear, lack, any energy that makes you feel like you're in struggle or survival, any cords that connect you to events or people that affected you, your finances, in a negative way, any past life vows of poverty or beliefs that money was not spiritual. Just breathe and enjoy. Good. You may feel warm, you may breathe, you may cry as you let go of any resentments. That's fine. Any fears. Good. And now in the center of your chest, they are helping you to download love, joy, down through the top of your head, the vibration of golden light, healing light, connecting you to source, connecting you to your purpose, connecting you to be in alignment with all of the gifts that this life has to offer and all of the joys, connecting you to gratitude, connecting you to alignment, connecting you to prosperity, and let it come down and wash and fill your abdomen all the way down to the bottom of your tailbone. I allow myself to receive all that this life has to offer, to enjoy each day, to be in the flow of giving and receiving, and breathe in that light of prosperity. And as it fountains up the top of your head, it goes way up onto the other side, branching off into all the places where prosperity is coming from, because it is simply energy. And give thanks to your guides for this beautiful healing. And when you are ready, you can get up, knowing that you can come back here anytime you want, floating down the beam of light, coming back through the veil, coming up the stairs into the garden, and thank your guide, good job, and back into the room where you are, keeping your eyes closed, breathing and stretching, and knowing that something has shifted and that this vibration will be with you always. And so it is. Thank you so much. That was really cool. And please like and subscribe on YouTube. And thank you so much for all the wonderful comments. Once again, I'm Sybil Harmony, and I really appreciate you. Prosperity and abundance. Thank you.